Facebook video. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. All right. Is everybody ready for a little bit of yoga? Hi. Nice to see you. How are you? Good. We have lots of nice smiling faces today. I'm very happy about that. Nice to see you. It's been so long since we left Amsterdam. All right,
Hold on. Now
All right, we're about to get started. We are going to start in child's pose, and then we're just going to have a relaxing yoga session. What do you think? Hope that sounds good to everybody. All right, I'm going to mute everybody for just for this time, and then I'll unmute you as we move on with our practice here. But just for now, just so we have a little silence. So we're going to get started in child's pose, so you guys can go ahead and get all settled down. All right, so we're just bringing ourselves into our practice, trying to forget about anything that may have happened before we stepped into our practice and things that may happen after, also letting that go, just trying to be in the moment here. You might have your knees apart and you might have your head resting on the ground. You might have your hands in front of you outstretched, or you might have your hands alongside your body. And we're going to start this time just thinking about our breath. So we'll think about our body in a second, but we're going to start thinking about our breath. What's it like? This is the time of the day that we get to think about things like our breath. We're taking a little bit of time for ourselves. We get to think about something that happens all day that we don't really pay a lot of attention to. Can you feel it going in and out of your nose? Is it cool or warm or tickly? You don't need to change anything, just be aware of it. Now we're just going to go through our body, just see how that's feeling. And as you may know, I love the body scan, so we're going to start from the head. How does it feel? Maybe the front of the body, forehead is resting on the floor maybe. If it is, you feel the weight of your head, your forehead pressing against the floor. Maybe some space as you move along your tummy and your chest. Maybe there's some space there. Maybe you feel your body against your thighs. And maybe you feel your shins on the top of your feet into the mat or the carpet or the floor, whatever you have there. Coming along the top side, maybe your feet are exposed. The bottom of your feet, maybe they're a little cold. Maybe they're not. Coming up your back, how does that feel? Is it tight or tender or nice and just perfect the way you want? Whatever it is, no judgment. Along the top of your body and all the way through your outstretched arms. Okay. We're going to take 3 cleansing breaths before we get started. So those are going to be in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to try to do it for the count of 4. So we're going to inhale for 2, 3, 4, pausing at the top, and exhale through your mouth. We're going to try it again. We're going to inhale for 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top and exhale slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. All right, one more inhale for the count of 2, 3, 4. We're pausing at the top and exhale slowly. 3, 2, 1, and you're done there. So just try to see if you can match your inhales and your exhales about the same length, in and out of your nose, as we're now fully arrived on our mat. And sometimes I like to read a poem at the beginning. Sometimes we can have something that we want to think about. And I think for today, thinking about a common mantra that I've adjusted just a little bit. So it goes like this. I accept everything around me as it is right now. I accept the people around me as they are right now. I accept me as I am everything around me as it is right now. I accept the people around me as they are right now. And I accept me as I am right now. And I think in a time that we can't do a lot to change things, this might help us give some compassion to ourselves, our others, and the situation that's around us. So if that works for you, maybe think about that during your practice. Otherwise, focus on your breath, focus on your body, and just be here and moving and having a nice, gentle, relaxing time with each other. Okay. So if you have your hands outstretched in child's pose, you can go ahead and walk your fingers lightly to the right hand side, giving yourself a little bit of a stretch on that left side body. And take a couple breaths here and see how it feels to breathe when your body is in a little bit of a twist. See if you can keep your sit bones about even. They might try to come up on that left side. Go ahead and gently walk your fingertips to the other side, to the left side. Walking, walking, walking. Nice long stretch from the right side. Give yourself a couple full breaths. Good. Walk your fingertips back towards the center. And then if it works for you, bring your arms behind alongside your body. If it doesn't work for you, don't do that. But if that works for you, see how that feels that you have your arms alongside your body. Maybe they were there already. And see how it feels if you raise up one arm, put that arm down, and raise up the other arm. How does that feel? What muscles do you feel? What body parts do you feel? Try it a couple times. Raising up one arm. If anything pinches, of course, don't do it. Raising up the other arm. Good. Maybe give them both a raise. See how that feels. Good. And bringing both hands back around to the front. Maybe giving yourself a big sweep, touching your neighbor or family member or a cat or something in your apartment. Good. And giving yourself a nice long stretch. And then we're coming up into tabletop. So our hands are underneath our shoulders, our knees are under our hips, and we're rising up here to our tabletop position. And on our inhale, we're going to start our cats and cows. So inhale, drawing the shoulder blades back, lifting the head. And on our exhale, we're going to round the spine. And this is called cow, but sometimes you can call it angry cat. So inhale, happy cat. And exhale, angry cat. Inhale for your happy cat. And exhale for your angry cat. Good. Try one more on your breath. A happy cat and an angry cat. Rounding the spine and coming back to neutral. Alright, we're going to try a couple hip circles with our legs. So we're going to send our right leg back. It can be bent or it can be straight. It's up to you. And we're going to do a couple circles where we go out first, away from our body, and then around. So it can be bent or it can be straight. So we're just going to kind of give ourselves some circles with a hip. Good. So we're trying to brace ourselves in this tabletop position using our core. And go the other way. Come on into your body. Into your body and out. Good. Nice. Alright, place that leg back down. Send the left leg back. Give yourself a couple circles away from your body. Sometimes one direction is harder than the other. It's a bit of a coordination exercise here. So we're going out, giving ourselves some circles, maybe kind of like a puppy. And then back in a few circles. This is a good balanced core exercise. Feeling our hands supporting our body. And place that knee back down. Good. So now we're going to give ourselves just a little lift through the knees. So we're going to tuck our toes. They're going to be placed against the floor of the mat. And we're going to just lift our knees, hover our knees for just a couple inches or centimeters off the ground. And place them back down. We're going to do this 2 more times. And you can play around with lifting a hand or lifting a leg. See what you want to do, or you can just keep it as is. Inhale, lift your knees off the ground. If you'd like to see what it's like to lift your right toes, you can try that, or your left hand just a little bit, but try not to move too much. And come on back down. One more time. Feel free to play around. See what your balance can do. See what your body can do. Go ahead and lift your knees, hovering off the floor. See if you want to play around with lifting any hands or feet. And bring them back down. Very good. All right, we're gonna tiptoe our way into a seated forward fold. So we're gonna tiptoe our toes all the way to the front of the mat and sit down on our bums, extending our legs forward. Now we're in a nice pike position. Hello, everybody. Nice to see everybody's shining faces. On our inhale, we're gonna reach up, energy to the ceiling, and on our exhale, we're pushing forward, 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 forward. It doesn't matter if you ever come down. As long as you're going forward, that's what we want to see. If you'd like to come down, but go forward first. Good. Give yourself a nice long stretch here. Maybe your head is towards the bottom of your feet, so your chin is slightly tucked here. Good. And breathing, breathing, breathing. All right, as we come back up, we're sitting tall with the crown of our head towards the ceiling. We're gonna bring our right leg over our left leg, and maybe you wanna stay here. If you wanna stay here. Crown of the head tall, and go ahead and you can follow along the arm movements. If you'd like, you can bring your left leg also around the side of your body, and you bring your knees sort of on top of each other. So you take any variation you'd like. Maybe your leg is forward, maybe your knees are stacked. This is called cow face pose. So you have your right leg over your left, and you're gonna reach your right arm up and your left arm behind you. If you're one of the people who can bind, you go for that. That's not in my practice. You might be able to touch your hands together if you have open arms. You try that. But keep your head tall. You're still breathing, right? Still breathing. Proud posture. Maybe you can feel that you can relax in your hips just a little bit more. 2 more breaths. Maybe you want to close your eyes. Last breath. Inhale. On your exhale, begin to unravel the way you came in. We're going to meet back in the forward fold position. Or maybe you want to shake out your legs a little bit, and on your inhale, bring your arms up. Energy, big circle up. Maybe you're touching your neighbor, your friend, or your family member. And on your exhale, push forward, forward, forward. And if you'd like to fold, fold, but you don't need to. Crown of the head reaching towards the front, towards your feet, feeling that nice long hamstring stretch. Good, we're gonna sit back up with tall posture, and we're gonna bring the left leg over the right this time. Maybe you wanna stay here, maybe this is enough for you. That's okay, that's great. If you'd like, you can bring the right leg around and try to stack the knees on top of each other, feeling maybe another stretch in your hips. Again, try to see if the sit bones maybe both reach on the floor, because sometimes one tries to come up over the other. We're going to reach our left arm up and over, and if it's in your practice to touch your hands together and bind, you do that. And if you can't, then you can't, and that's also okay. It does not make you a better person. It's all good. Whatever you can do is great. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. See if maybe your hips relax a little bit as we're in this pose. You take a big inhale, exhaling through the nose. Inhaling again. Nice, relaxing exhale. Good, we're going to meet back in this forward fold position one more time. Stretching our legs out, reaching all the way up. Big inhale, large circle, reaching towards the ceiling. Exhale, pushing forward. Again, nice long hamstring stretch. You might see a pattern here. Lots of people who run or hike have these nice, like this long hamstring stretch. It feels good. It feels nice. Good. All right, we're gonna bring our knees in, and if you like to roll, this is your time to roll. If you don't like to roll, you can just move into the squat position. We're gonna come into a squat. So if you'd like to roll, roll. If not, you're just gonna move straight into your squat position, and we'll all meet there when you're ready. We have our knees apart. Some people's heels will meet the ground, some people's heels won't meet the ground, and that's okay. Whichever works for you, that works for you. All right, we're gonna tuck our chin to our chest and look up towards our right shoulder. So we're trying some neck stretches here. That's our exhale. And inhale, we're coming back to the center. Exhaling towards the left side. Inhaling towards the center. One more time. To the right side on your exhale. Inhale towards the center. Exhale to the left side. Inhale towards the center. We're going to bring our hands behind our head And we're gonna just do a couple gentle twists, sliding our left elbow down our left leg, opening up the right hand side. And inhale, coming back up. Exhale, rolling down, right elbow maybe inside the right leg. Inhale, come up. Do one more on your own breath. Just feel the motion, the movement in your body. Inhaling up. Exhale, sliding down. Good. Coming back to center. Bring your left elbow down in your left leg and just hold that position. If you want to open up. Maybe you want to keep your hands behind your head, opening up the chest and the shoulders. Maybe you want to bind. Maybe you want to reach around the left leg and bind your arms together. You choose your position. Looking up towards the right side, opening the chest and the shoulders, and breathing. On your inhale, come back to center. You can keep your hands behind your head. And we're going to slide our right arm down our right leg, opening up on that side. Whatever one you choose, opening your hands up, keeping your hands behind your head, or binding. You have many options here. One more full breath. Inhale. Exhale, coming back to center with your hands in front of your chest in prayer. Good. Take one big breath here, seeing how that feels. Placing the hands down in front of you, we're going to straighten our legs so we're in a standing position. You can keep a bend in your knees if it doesn't quite work for you to straighten all the way. And we're going to cross the left leg over the right leg. So we're standing in a cross-legged forward fold. And just let your body hang. Let your head hang, let your body hang. You can do a little bit of elephant movements if you'd like. I like this elephant movement with your big trunk, with your long arms. You can make elephant noises if you want. I think almost all of you are on mute. Swinging from side to side, just letting everything loose there. Good. Stepping back, both feet together, and then the right leg over the left leg. Same thing, elephant trunk if you'd like. Giving yourself a nice little movement there. Good. Unraveling again, both feet next to each other. Let your head hang, just let it loose. We hardly ever let our heads just loose and hang. Good. Begin to roll up slowly, 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 challenging yourself, feeling your core, your back, your spine, your vertebrae stacking on each other. Rolling, 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 coming up. And here we are. Now you're in standing mountain pose. Good. Nice to see you. All right, inhale, we're reaching our hands up, looking between our hands, and bringing them down to our heart. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale, reaching up, looking between our hands. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll try it one more time, reaching our hands up. This time, we're leaving our hands up, interlacing our fingers, maybe leaving the index finger out. It's above our heads. And we're going to start swaying from side to side. So exhale, the right side, inhale, center. Exhale, left side, inhale, center. On your own breath, as if you're a reed in the wind, blade of grass. Just feeling your body moving from side to side, loosening up the side bodies. Good, and the next time you're on the left side, go ahead and stay there, giving yourself a bit of a longer stretch. Maybe you can see that you can roll the right shoulder blade back just a little bit, opening up, maybe not too much. And maybe you can see you can relax the shoulders away from the ears, so you're not scrunched up against your ears, but you're just giving yourself a little bit of space around your ears and on your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, back to center. Exhale towards the right side, keeping your shoulders loose away from the ears, but keeping the arms kind of pointed in that direction. Active hands, active arms, maybe rolling the left shoulder blade open. Maybe you want to look under that armpit or under that arm if that works for your neck. And inhale back to center. Bringing your hands to heart, giving yourself a nice tall mountain pose. And inhale, reaching up all the way up, active energy. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, either step or walk or float to plank position. You're going to inhale here in your plank, and you're going to exhale, lower all the way to your tummy, all the way down. On our inhale, we're going to do a mini cobra. So you're contracting your back. You're not even really using your strength. Just contracting your back. Exhale, back down. Again, inhale, mini cobra. Maybe it's a little deeper than the last one. And exhale down. And we're going to do this one more time. Inhale, cobra. Maybe you want it a little deeper, or maybe it's still mini. That's okay, whatever you're ready for. Exhale, back down. We're going to go and send our hips up and back and meet in downward facing dog. Good. This is your first down dog of this class, and maybe you want to stretch it out. Maybe you want to walk your heels back. And it's fine to keep a bend in the knees. As long as your tush is high and your hips are high, that's what we're looking for, this upside down V position. All 10 fingers are spread apart and pressing against the mat, even the thumb and first finger, which like to come up. Good. You can move your hips from side to side, maybe even bringing your knees in for a long stretch. I like to bring them across center and stretch out my hips. Tight hips is the name of the game. Good. Find stillness for a breath in your down dog. As you exhale, begin to roll forward back into plank. You're going to inhale here and exhale, lower all the way down once again. On our inhale, we're going to reach back for our half bow pose. If you'd like to do this on your side, you can do that. Our right hand is going to reach back for our right leg, and we're going to open up this way. Your option is to go on your side and do it on your side if you're not comfortable on your tummy. That's okay. Good. So we're reaching back, right arm, right ankle, and we're breathing. One more big breath here. Nice quad stretch. And on your exhale, release. Good. We're back in the middle. Maybe you want to lay yourself out, just resetting your back, putting your head down. And on your next inhale, we're going to reach back on the other side, giving us a long stretch. Left arm, left leg. Maybe you're on your tummy, maybe you're on your side. Both are great. Breathing. Feeling this quad stretch here. Good. On your next exhale, release and bring your head all the way down. Just one last rest here. On your next inhale, we're going to push up through tabletop and meet back in downward facing dog. So if you want to move through plank, you move through plank, otherwise through tabletop. On our inhale, we're going to float our right leg up and back. So we're in three-legged dog. We're going to bend our knees and send our knees up for Scorpio tail. So we're going to open the hips up. We're open, 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 and we're still breathing. Good. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Long line of energy from the right fingertips through the right toes. Good. On our exhale, we're going to bring the right foot next to the right hand. We're stepping through and we're coming up into Warrior Two. We're spinning the back leg down 90 degrees and opening up into Warrior Two. Good. So we find that the knee is over the ankle, the front foot is pointed forward, and the back foot is pointed at 90 degrees. We're looking over the front middle finger. Good. We're going to straighten the front leg, come forward, reaching forward, forward, forward until we can't reach forward anymore, and we're going to tip into triangle pose. If you'd like to keep a little bend in your knee, that's okay. It's a straight-legged pose, but it's okay if you have a bend in your knee. Good. Opening up, feeling this body so open. You have your arms open, just ready to receive. Your chest is open. Good. One last inhale. One last exhale. And on your inhale, coming back up, we're going to keep reaching, 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 just keeping this motion, the circular motion, reaching up, right arm up towards the ceiling, left arm sliding down the back leg, and really reaching up. If you reach back, that's fine, but reaching up, long stretch in this right side body. Good. One last inhale here, reaching active hands. Exhale, back to triangle pose, still with that straight leg in the front. We're going to turn both toes towards the side, so we're turning both toes towards one side. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, put our hands on our lower back, and inhale, drawing our elbows and our shoulder blades together. This is a standing camel pose. Maybe you want to lift your head, maybe you don't. That's also okay. Maybe you want to send your hips forward, that's okay. Just opening your chest, feeling that nice open position. Take your last inhale here. Exhale, begin to fold forward. So your crown of your head is reaching forward, not just down, but forward, right? You're folding, 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 until you get to your lowest point in this wide leg forward fold. You can let your arms come down to the mat. You can either grab your big toes or let them hang and just enjoy this wide-legged fold. You can make it as passive or active as you want, pulling yourself in or just letting gravity do its work. You might just be accepting things for the way that they are. Good. All right, if you have your hands covering your toes or holding on your big toes, bring them back into the middle. We're going to bring our heels closer together and our toes facing out. So we're coming into goddess pose. Our toes are out, our heels are in, and on our inhale, we're going to reach all the way up. Bring our hands together above our head, interlacing the fingers, maybe letting the middle finger free. And from this position, we're just going to play around a little bit. On your exhales, maybe you're going to twist to one side or just sway from side to side. And on your inhales, maybe you're coming up to the center, just playing around. See what it feels like to be in this powerful goddess squat position and just moving around. Feeling your thighs supporting you. Feeling how the grounding of your feet. Good. And one last sway from side to side. And you can exhale back into your forward fold. Bringing your toes back square to the forward of your mat, front of your mat. Letting your head hang. Then we're going to draw a big circle with our hands, starting with our hands on the left foot, drawing a semicircle in front of us, maybe tickling your neighbor. Coming to the right foot, turning both sets of feet towards the front of the mat, the right and the left. You're now in sort of a runner's lunge here. Good. All right. You're either going to stay here or you're going to place your hands on either side of your right foot and begin to place your weight into your right foot with your left foot starting to rise into standing splits. You can stay at any part of this pose. It's all great. If you're in standing splits, maybe you want to use one hand to grab your leg. Maybe you're playing with your balance a little bit. Maybe you're using both hands. Maybe you're using a prop of some sort. All that's great. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, starting to bring the left leg down if it's up and gently placing it back into your lunge position. Inhale, rise all the way up, sweeping the hands towards the ceiling. Fingertips reaching towards the ceiling. Maybe you want to give yourself a little back bend. Maybe that feels nice. Good. Exhale, placing your hands down and either stepping back to down dog or going through your vinyasa here. That's up to you. If you want to do your vinyasa, you're in plank. You're exhaling down to downward dog or cobra. You're inhaling to upward dog. And you're going back to downward dog. Wow, that was a bit tricky. It's as if I haven't done it a million times. That's great, guys. Everybody's doing great. We're in down dog. We're going to meet there however you got there. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the left leg up and back. Long line of energy from the fingertips through the foot. Hips are as squared as they can be. So the left hip maybe need to tuck down a little bit. Feeling that long, powerful line of energy. And then go ahead and bend that knee and open the hip. So now they can unstack, unsquare. You want to go into wild thing already. If you'd like to go into wild thing, that's also fine. That's in your practice. Good. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Long stretch out left leg. And then go ahead and bring that left foot next to the left hand. Stepping through, we're going to come back up into warrior two. The right foot back 90 degrees and opening up, windmilling those arms. Powerful, powerful position here. Good. So we have one arm forward and one arm back. And we have these active hands, right? Like a big, long, straight line of our hands. Our front knee is bent and facing forward. Good. And we're looking over that middle finger. All right. Now we're going to straighten our front left leg. So now we're in triangle pose. Exhale here. Inhale, we're moving forward, so we're stretching our hands towards each other, stretching forward, 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 and then we begin to fall as our left hand comes inside of our left leg, and our right arm rises up. So we're on this like 12 and 6 position, or whatever that is. Nice, big, open chest, with fingertips reaching towards the ceiling. Maybe there's a little bend in that knee, maybe it's completely straight, whatever works for you. Take your last exhale here. Inhale, rising back up. And we're just going to keep this motion going, reaching our left fingertips all the way up, 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 up. If they come back, that's fine. If they reach up, that's also great. You're feeling long, long line of energy, reaching up with your left fingertips towards the ceiling. Right hand maybe resting on the back leg, maybe not. Maybe you're challenging your core a little bit here. Maybe you're not resting that hand. All right. On your exhale, we're coming back in this triangle pose, arms outstretched, kind of like warrior two here. Or we're going to turn both sets of toes towards the side of the mat here. And we're going to, on our inhale, interlace our fingers here behind our back and open our chest up. So your fingers are interlaced behind your back, your shoulders are rolling open, your head might be lifted. Another way to open the chest and shoulders. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, begin to fold forward. Maybe the arms begin to lift. Maybe you're very flexible and they fall over your head. Maybe they don't. That's all good. When you get down to the bottom, you can choose your position. Maybe you want to let go of the arms. Maybe that's not comfortable for you. Maybe you want to hug your toes again. Maybe you want to keep your hands in front of you. You choose your position. You're going to have 2 more breaths here. If your hands are interlaced, unlace them. Bring your hands in front of you. And we're going to turn the toes out and the heels in. So you're bringing the heels together again, setting for this goddess position. Your knees are bent, and on our inhale, we're going to rise up our hands, but keep in the squat position. On our inhales, we're lengthening here, and on our exhales, we're bending maybe from side to side. Maybe you want to do big circles. Maybe you just want to see what your body can do. That's also okay. See what you can do in this goddess position. It's a fun, powerful position. You're rooted through both feet, feeling your thighs supporting you. Good. Maybe one more circle if that's what you're doing, or you're swaying from side to side. And release the hands, placing them in front of you, and coming back into that forward fold. So the toes are coming in, the heels are going back out. We're going to give ourselves a nice big semicircle, starting at the right foot. Walking our fingers big circle towards the front, turning both sets of toes towards the front of the mat. You're now sort of in a runner's lunge position here. You're either going to stay here, which is wonderful, or you're going to start to put your weight into your left foot, kind of leaning forward as the right leg rises into standing splits. Maybe if you want to practice with your balance, you're playing with one hand or 2 hands, or a prop or something that helps you, that you think is fun. Do something fun. Do something nice. Play around. It's okay if you fall. It's okay if your balance isn't what it is today. It's okay if it's great today. All that is good. All right, last breath here. Begin to lower the right leg down. Coming back into this lunge position. Inhale, reaching up, high lunge, big line of energy, reaching towards the ceiling. And exhale, framing that left foot. We're going to either step back to downward dog, or you're going to go through your vinyasa here. If you're going through your vinyasa, inhale, push away the mat. Exhale, halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Very nice. Give yourself a breath here in downward dog. Maybe shaking it out a little bit. Good. All right, we're going to start to walk our feet, or you can float if you want, to the top of your mat. So you're going to bend your knees, and then you're going to walk or float to the top of your mat. You're going to inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, we're going to rise all the way up, reaching our hands all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we're gonna try 2 more balances, both my favorite and a new one. So we're gonna take a small step forward with our right foot. We're gonna, on our inhale, reach our left foot up, and then we're gonna actually reach down with our hands and interlace them underneath your knee. So you're gonna either stay here, you're standing on your right leg, and your knee is up, and this is a great place to practice your balance. You have one leg, and if you fall, it's totally fine. It's great to fall. It means you're practicing and you're trying. And if this is not enough for you, you want to try something more, that's okay. So maybe you're staying here, maybe you're trying something more. You're going to push your heel down just a little bit and extend your left leg. So you're trying whatever it is that you want to try here. Just play with your balance. See what you can do. Good. One more breath here. All right, begin to place your feet back next to each other, down and letting it go. Maybe you want to shake it out a little bit. Maybe that was a lot for your legs. Who knows? All right, taking a small step forward with your left leg, right knee begins to rise. Maybe you're staying here. Maybe this is your balance. Maybe this is your challenge today, is to stay here. Maybe you're going to interlace your hands underneath your foot. You're going to push the heel down just a little bit, so you're bending over just a little, and then extending the foot forward. If this is easy for you, you can practice wrapping your arms towards your foot and bringing your head towards your knee, or maybe you're still working on your single leg balance, and that's also good. Good, one more breath here. We're coming back down the way we got in. Good. Give yourself a little shake. That wasn't easy, that was fun, right? Good, all right. And my favorite tree pose. I just like the nature right now. So we're going to do the same thing. Small step forward with your right leg. All of your weight is on your right leg. Your left leg lifts, and it either stays on the ground next to your foot, maybe it's on the calf, or maybe it's on your thigh. So you choose the position that works for you. And then go ahead and choose the arm position that works for you. Maybe you want to grow your branches. Maybe you want to reach up. Maybe you want to keep your hands to your heart and stay grounded. And if you want to challenge your balance even more, you can look up towards the ceiling. And if you want to try it more than that, you can close your eyes for 3, 2, 1. Really good, guys. Coming back out the way you came in. One last little shake. Good, same thing on the other side. One small step forward with your left leg, placing your weight on your left leg. Your right leg rises up, placing it either on the ground, your calf, or above your knee. And then growing your branches. Grow your branches in any way you want. Maybe you want to grow them out to the side this time. Doesn't have to be the same. Just playing with your balance. Good. If you'd like to try a little bit more, remember the crown of the head's reaching towards the ceiling. You're feeling that long spine. Maybe you're looking up towards the ceiling, and maybe you're going to close your eyes.
No.
For 3, 2, 1. Very good. Coming back to center, giving yourself a little shake. Really nice, guys. Good. All right, one last really good vinyasa here. So you can choose what kind of way you want to come back to down dog. So I'll lead the traditional way. You do whatever way you want. So inhale, reaching all the way up, arms towards the ceiling. Active hands, active fingers. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or float back to high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, either all the way down or halfway down, hugging the elbows towards your body. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very nice. This is our last dog, so you can say goodbye to this dog. You can give yourself a stretch if you'd like. You can push your hips up and back for one last nice long spine position. Very good. All right, we're going to begin to walk or float to the front of the mat in a seated position. Very good. And I think this is not a thing that I've done much in gentle yoga, but something that's really nice to do, which is boat position. So let's come into our boat position. We're raising our feet off the ground. You can always stay. If you need to have a break, you can stay with your feet on the ground. Otherwise, you can lift them up. If you really want to challenge again, you can try straightening them and see how that works with your balance. And shaking is okay. Shaking is learning. Shaking is growing. That's fine. So keep breathing. We're holding this boat position. Again, feeling our sit bones grounded. Good. All right. So come on down, crossing your legs, maybe giving your tail a little shake here. Just shaking out your tail. Good. We're going to try this one more time. You either stay where you are or you row your boat with me. So let's try. So we're coming to boat. You're either staying where you were before or you're going into your boat position and you're going to row. So let's row down. We're extending. Row once, down, up, down for 2, up, 3 more, down, up, 1 more, down, up. Actually, that was 2 more. 1 more, down, up, and now you're up. And you're in your seated position, cross-legged position. Give yourself a shake. Very well done. No matter where you were in that, it was amazing, and you did great. All right, we're going to place our feet in front of us, and we're rolling down. Rolling, rolling, rolling all the way down. We're laying on our backs. Our feet are rooted. All right, and we're going to come up for a bridge or wheel or whatever you want to do, whichever back bend you would like to do. We're going to do it once, so you decide. So on your inhale, root down your feet, send your hips up towards the ceiling, and you take this as deep as you want. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers under your body and wiggle your shoulders underneath, raising your hips a bit higher if you like. Breathing. 2 more breaths. Last exhale here, and begin to roll down, rolling down slowly, slowly, slowly. Then you choose one leg position. Either your knees are coming in and your feet are going out, or your feet are coming in and your knees are going out. You choose the restorative position that you would like. Maybe placing your hands on your tummy, feeling your breath. Good. On our next inhale, we're going to place our feet back in front of us as if we were doing bridge, but this time we're going to cross the right leg over the left leg, bringing the left leg up and interlacing our fingers behind our left leg, so giving us this figure 4 position. Maybe you want to press back on your right knee with your elbow, your toes pointing towards the ceiling. Maybe you want to close your eyes and find a few more moments of stillness and presentness right now, accepting everything for the way it is, spending time with friends and yourself. When you're ready, cross the right leg over the left leg, bringing your legs over to the left side, maybe cactusing your arms, so bending at the elbows, and giving yourself a twist, however deep or shallow you'd like to have it. Maybe you're seeing if you can ground your right shoulder on the ground. Maybe that's a thing that you're working on. Maybe you're going to let that go today. It's up to you. We're going to inhale, coming back to center, using our core to bring our knees back to the center, placing both feet on the mat. Left leg lifts, cross over the right leg, and again we're going to interlace our fingers on the back side of that right thigh, on those right hamstrings, maybe pushing back on the left knee if that works, maybe pointing the toes towards the ceiling because it looks nice, maybe closing your eyes. When you're ready, cross the left leg over the right leg. We're going to bring the legs out over to the right side, cactusing the arms. Maybe looking towards that left hand. Finding the twist that you like. Maybe you just want to stack the knees. Maybe the crossing doesn't work for you. It's okay. Inhale, coming back to center, placing both feet on the mat. Giving yourself any last little stretches or hugs or any sort of balance, anything that you want to do. For the next 30 seconds, you do that. Maybe you want to give yourself a squeeze and roll your legs to one side or roll your legs to the other side. Maybe you'd like to try your plow pose or your shoulder stand. You do what you would like to do. Maybe you're getting ready already for your Shavasana pose. So you choose what you want to do for the next 3 breaths here. you're doing something that has two sides, make sure you get the other side. And give yourself one final squeeze with your knees into your chest. One final big, big, big squeeze. And exhale it all out, extending on your mat, giving yourself some space, maybe spreading your legs a little wider than you would. Maybe your arms are a little wider than they would otherwise be, and you're just relaxing, 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 sinking into your mat or your carpet or your floor. Just feeling your breath. We're going to take 3 more cleansing breaths, just breathing it all out. We did a lot of twisting, a lot of stretching. So on our inhale, big breath in through our nose, filling up our lungs, maybe feeling our ribs expanding, pausing at the top, exhale through the mouth. The next one, you can make a noise. You guys are all on mute, so you can make a silly noise if you want, or just an exhaling noise, just getting any stress out. Inhaling through the nose, ribs are expanding, lungs are expanding, pausing at the top. Exhale it all out. Last one, maybe you want to join me in fluttering your lips. Inhale through the nose, breathing in, feeling the breath coming in through your nose, tickling your nose, expanding the ribs. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Closing your eyes, being with yourself for the next minute. I will bring you back in a minute. Spend a minute with yourself. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Feel your body. Accepting things the way they are. To be aware of the sounds around you, or the lack of sounds around you. Feel how it feels just to hear them and know that you don't need a response, that everything is okay the way it is. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, bringing yourself back into your body. Still keeping that calmness of the sounds around you, just washing over you. Maybe it's the sound of your own body, your own breath moving. Maybe there are cars outside. Maybe there are birds. Maybe there's a pet walking around. Just those sounds washing over you, just a part of life. Keep wiggling, bringing yourself back into your body. Maybe you want to start with some wrist circles or ankle circles, just waking it back up. Maybe giving yourself a big stretch overhead, arms all the way up, long, long stretch. Just taking up space, expanding that spine and the arms. Bring the knees in towards the chest and turn to one side or the other, the right or the left side. That's up to you. You decide. Maybe making a pillow with your arms for your head. You're in this semi-fetal position, getting ready to come back into the world. Still with a sense of calmness and gratitude and pride. Taking one more breath here as we begin to push ourselves up to seated position. Coming forward, maybe keeping your eyes closed if you can, or soft gaze if that's more comfortable for you. Coming to the top of your mat. Feeling the crown of your head reaching towards the ceiling, this long posture, this good feeling posture where you're open, feel some looseness in your body. Maybe your hands are on both knees, open to receive the rest of the day, or face down, grounded to stay as you are. Maybe you notice a little bit more space in your breath and in your mind and in your body. And as you take your last breaths in this practice, maybe you feel grateful to your body and for taking time for yourself, and to your family and your friends for spending time together. Maybe you know something about these other people, maybe you don't, but what you did is take time for yourself today and time for your body. You can bow your head either towards your hands on your knees, or bring your hands to heart center and bowing your head towards them. Raising your head up, releasing your hands, and open your eyes. And I thank you very much for joining us today. That was a very lovely, quick practice with my friends. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm going to unmute you so I can hear Miriam cheering mostly, but everybody else too. All right. Hi. I'm trying to unmute you. Bye. Thank you for joining. Bye. Thank you. Bye, Mike and Danica. Bye, Mom. Bye, Layla. Nice to see you. Bye, guys. I hope to see you again soon. Maybe I'll see you next week, okay? Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.